Pod Chef. Pod Chef. Pod Chef. Pod Chef. You're listening to Pod Chef. When I say pod, y'all say chef. Pod Chef. You listening to Pod Chef. It's a podcast about Top Chef, and that's a broadcast. It's on TV, and you can watch it. They hella deep, 20 seasons, that's a lot, kid. But you can skip those. We do recaps about the whole show. Not the food, though, but the other stuff. Yeah. You're now listening to Pod Chef, the only official podcast about the TV show Top Chef, with your hosts, Jamal, Brian, and Reeves. And I only said their first names because I don't know everyone's last name, and I'm trying to be polite. Now enjoy the show.
Welcome to Pod Chef, the official Top Chef podcast. I am your host, Jamal. With me, as always, is Reeves in spirit, and mind and spirit.
In spirit only.
His co-host is here. Brian, say hello.
I'm here, body, mind, and spirit.
Not soul. He's soulless.
It is not. Well, I sold it.
Yeah, you sold your soul. Sold your soul for a cafe.
And when I did it, the guy, of course, being the devil, was like, "Don't spend it all in one place." And you know what I did?
Yeah, you spent it all in one
Spent
place.
it all in one place. Yeah.
Las Vegas.
Well, I was feeling it. I had just found a quarter outside, and I was like, "Oh, this is a sign."
Yeah, and it was heads up too.
Yeah. Well, yeah. If it had been heads down, I wouldn't have picked it up. That's bad luck. Went
Heads
inside,
down,
of course.
Heads down, get out of town.
Get out of town. Heads
up, pick me up.
Good luck. It picked me up also, yeah. Went in there, put it all in black, of course, always.
I just call it put it all.
You say put it on me.
Yeah. And then they're like, what do you mean? I'm like,
you say, baby girl, put it on me. And they go,
yeah.
I got you.
Yeah. And they put it on black. Except for that one time I was sunburned. They're like,
yeah, well, that was your fault.
Yeah.
You should have been clearer. And of course, I lost it all. And now just waiting for the inevitability of me dying and going to hell, where the devil says, welcome.
Mm-hmm.
And then I go, all right.
Speaking of dying and going to hell, we got invited to submit to AwesomeCon again.
Personally invited.
So I'm pretty sure we're going to send in that application. Do you have that pulled up that we can fill out right now?
Oof, that seems like a lot to do without Reeves.
Okay, well, if you're not going to have that, I just want to let the fans know there's a good chance that in 2024 we'll be at AwesomeCon again in another one of those primo spots.
Yeah. This time, let's come in with a plan, and we'll talk it out. We'll do it on the air. We'll discuss
do it on transparency.
Yeah, because our buddies last time did a show where they had like a March Madness bracket, and it made sense and it worked.
Yep.
What we did last time is we came in with nothing.
Yeah, we just improvised the hell out of it.
And some people liked it.
Some people liked it. Some people didn't. And they were polite enough to just quietly get up and leave the room. Instead of making like a scene and like kind of doing what happens at like open mics. Like, you suck. Like,
yeah, no one said that, thankfully.
It was nice that people just calmly were like, you know what, this isn't for me. And like the loudest thing they did was maybe gather up their cosplay costume. And
tuck up their tail.
Yeah, and like, said, excuse me, I gotta get out.
Yeah,
and like they like shuffled out. So that was like the nicest way to just say, yeah, it's not my bag.
Yeah. So you know what? We got the personal invite, and it's personal because this is how you know an email is personal to you. In the to part of the email, there's nothing.
Yep.
And then BCC, it's you.
Yep.
And that's it. There's no one else on this email. It's just you and the BCC. That's how you know this is for you.
And BCC stands for what again? Just for the listener.
Well, this stands for Brian. Correspondence. Confidentially.
Yeah, there it is.
So
Brian,
it's just
Brian correspondence confidentiality.
It's just me and Leslie. Who maybe we should have Leslie on the podcast.
We should.
I think Steve pitched that last time.
Yeah, we should absolutely invite them on the podcast.
Yeah. And we'll fill it out in Reeves sticks. We had a lot of fun filling it out
Yeah,
last
we
time,
had
and it
fun
worked. So
last
we really
time,
need.
and we didn't
Maybe
get
we'll get Steve
canceled.
on here again to help us go through it.
Oh, that would actually be good. Steve's listening right now, and he's like, "Oh, that's technically an invite to the podcast," and it is. So
If Steve is still listening, no one else knows listening. If he's still listening, congratulations. You're sticking with us through this weird little time of we told you we are load managing. We've told you this.
A lot of higher paying gigs on this end that are taking priority.
Yeah.
So let's just get right into it then. Chefs, I prepared for you. This is a segment we do every week where we talk about what we had for dinner last night and only last night, and we present it as if we're presenting it to the judges on Top Chef. There will be a vote at the end, and I will go first. Chefs, I prepared for you baked macaroni and cheese, rotisserie chicken, and roasted Brussels sprouts. Talk to me.
Okay. Is the baked mac and cheese leftovers, or is this a new?
No, it's the fresh
is this
batch I just
Gremlins
made.
2?
Fresh batch I just made.
Rotisserie chicken.
And guess what?
Or cooked
Guess
by
what?
you?
Guess what?
Yeah.
It's always better the second time.
This rotisserie
I should
chicken.
make a batch next year for Thanksgiving where I just make the first batch to get the rust out and throw it out, and then
just
make
right in the garbage,
right in the trash can,
and do it on Thanksgiving Day too. Everyone's like, oh, it's done. You're like, wrong. Trash.
That one was garbage. The next one I make is the real one,
and wait until the real one is done.
Yeah, and then Reverend Han Gary can come do a taste test.
Yes, the white Reverend Han Gary will show up and give you.
If you want to see a picture of this baked macaroni and cheese, go look at my Instagram. I put a picture of it on my Instagram. A lot of traffic coming my way.
Did you put it on the PodChef Instagram?
I did not. I didn't know if that was allowed. I had to ask Tom Colicchio.
That's right. Yeah, we do work for Tom Colicchio, though.
So
he has been surprisingly quiet the last couple of months, though.
It's not surprising at all if you know what he's been doing behind the scenes. Writing that script.
Yeah, he says he's working on, even though the original hasn't been made, he says yet, he's writing the sequel.
What were the other questions you had for me?
Which he says is a prequel.
What were the other questions you had for me?
I was asking, was the rotisserie chicken, is that purchased or cooked?
It's cooked. I don't ever purchase one of those fully cooked rotisserie
When
chickens.
I see the words rotisserie chicken, my brain goes, he got it in the back of the store and it's cooked.
Nope.
Those are good.
Nope.
Roasted Brussels sprouts. How you cooking them bad boys? What's on them? What is your glaze?
My goodness. Actually, there's no glaze this time other than olive oil. But traditionally, if I'm gonna do a fancy, I've told you this before.
Yeah, you do maple and Parmesan, right?
Parmesan finish.
So
shaved Parmesan finish.
I couldn't find this on the internet because that sounded good to me, but I couldn't find maple and Parmesan, so I didn't do it for Thanksgiving. I did a olive oil.
You had to find it on the internet. You couldn't just ask me. I could have told you how to do it.
Well, you're stingy with your recipes.
I'm stingy. It's not my recipe, first of all, and second of all, don't call me stingy. Just because I'm black, that is a targeted attack. You would never call Reeves stingy if he withheld one of his. So don't be mad because I'm not telling you how to do my mac and cheese because it's a family recipe. So yeah, I get to be stingy.
You did send me
excuse
a very
me, everyone on the
weird
podcast.
Recipe one time.
I have to shut this shit down, otherwise Brian will fucking elevate it during the episode, and he will become even less of an ally than he already is. So, I'm not stingy. I'm just not telling you my family's recipe from Blackaroni and cheese.
Because you did send me a very weird PDF of a recipe like a decade ago.
That's an old recipe.
Yeah, you were like, "This is old," and that's why you gave it to me.
Yeah, that's why I gave it. Yeah, it's like an old version of a manual. Like, yeah, here you go. I can release this one to the public.
Do whatever you want with this. I don't care. This is trash.
It's not even how it's made anymore. It's gonna suck if you make it that way.
I did for Thanksgiving. I did Brussels sprouts roasted with balsamic vinegar and honey, and they were too sweet.
Yeah, because that's two sweet things.
I know.
Why'd you do that? That's like, geez, Louise.
It was a recipe.
That's a recipe? You wanted to do that recipe instead of just calling me and letting me tell you, find maple syrup you have in your house, take a tablespoon and toss them around in it, and then roast them.
I have all those things too.
And then finish it with Parmesan, either shavings or...
I have all those things. Could have done it easily.
Why didn't you just do it's so simple. It's not my recipe. It's just a thing you can do to them.
All right, I'm sorry.
Any other questions? I
I
already know I won. My meal fucking is the best.
I don't know. This is gonna be tough though. I honestly have something. I'm gonna come at you with a pretty good dinner for myself.
Where'd you order it from?
Ooh, nowhere. No follow-ups.
Okay.
I'm done. I rest my case. Chefs, last night I prepared for you Beyond Burgers, veggie burgers. This is a usual thing they do. Nothing much to those. I do a great job with them. Tater tots, those are frozen. Not a big deal. Those are good. Frozen peas and broccoli, again, not a big deal. But then
Have you made anything yet in this meal? Beyond Burgers are just heating up.
Yes. Okay. Well, no.
Okay.
While that was happening,
Mm-hmm.
something else was in the oven. And it was sweet potatoes.
Mm-hmm.
There's 4 of them. They were roasting.
Mm-hmm.
Whole. Pulled them out.
Mm-hmm.
Let them cool.
Mm-hmm.
Take a little skinny off.
Yeah.
Throw them in a little mixy thing.
Mashed them up.
Mash them up with sugar, with cinnamon, with nutmeg, with more vanilla than I thought should go in there, but the recipe said so I did it. 2 eggs, half and half, stirry. Throw that in a pie crust, put it in the oven, sweet potato pie. Because I ran out of time on Thanksgiving, didn't get a chance to make it.
But you had all these potatoes. Yeah, but you had all these potatoes sitting around.
It burned a hole in my pocket. So last night I made a whole friggin' sweet potato pie.
How much is left?
Give it about a little more than 3/4.
Wow.
I didn't give it enough chance. I Googled so much. How long does sweet potato pie rest? Guess.
How long for it to rest? How long does it cook?
It cooks for 45 minutes.
You should probably rest it for at least half an hour.
It said 24 hours.
To rest?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess for it to fully set, I guess.
It said minimum 4 hours, at best 24 hours.
I don't know why I'm thinking that it's a hot pie. It's not a hot pie. You gotta let it set.
Yeah, it has to set finally.
I
gave it about 90 minutes until I couldn't wait anymore. So it was wet when I ate it. Still tasted good. But I put it in the fridge. What's that?
Lemon pepper wet.
Threw in the fridge. Had it today. Very good.
Yeah. What stopped you from throwing it in the fridge? Because you said you Googled the recipe. So what stopped you from putting it in the fridge immediately after it came out of the oven?
Because I wanted to have it hot. I wanted to have it warm first.
Why? It's not a warm pie.
My wife's TV is so loud right now.
Shout out to Carrie Ann.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought maybe putting it in the fridge too early would make it, would do something to it. No one said put it in the fridge immediately. So
probably just would have stopped the cooking.
So it was good. I think I did a pretty good job.
Okay. Well, I think you should put a picture of it when this episode comes out so everyone can see it.
You'll have to see it with parts of it missing. I took a picture of it was right out of the oven. Not pretty then. It hadn't settled at all yet. So that picture doesn't count.
Okay, let's vote.
See, it sucks right here. It's not settled here yet. It's puffy.
It's still, and you got a lot of holes in it. How many holes did you need to poke in it?
I don't know what happened there, honestly.
You gotta just poke it in the center and just see if anything stays on the knife.
No, so it said that the center will remain liquidy. The outer should be clean.
Okay, well,
and you can see I put my whole finger in there.
Yeah, you did. It's like a birthday pinky scoop out of the pie. All right, let's vote. This is just like democracy. We cannot vote for ourselves. I'll vote first. I vote for Reeves.
Okay. That one hurts. I will vote for... Even though he didn't vote for me, I'll vote for Jamal.
Okay, hold on. I actually have Reeves' ballot right here.
Oh, from last time or from this time?
From this time that he sent in.
Okay, he sent it ahead of time.
And it reads, I, the distinguished
Don't say his last
captain of the Reeves beep family,
honk,
do hereby declare my vote in the Commonwealth of
District
to be landed upon the face and head and body and spirit and soul
Oof,
of
that
my
gives
dear
it away.
host. Of my dear
That means that
host.
gives it away who you voted for.
My dear
It was
host.
not me.
Jamal.
Wow.
So I've won. Thank you, Reeves, for sending in your vote. I got it today. And this actually did remind me that we should do what I got from Reeves for last week's. Not last. Was it last week's?
It's like a week and a half ago. This will be 2 weeks before the episode came out. So 2 weeks ago. Okay. Again, load management.
This Reeves vote for the episode we did 2 weeks ago reads as.
Yeah, you can just give us like the general idea of this one. He's very wordy in his votes.
Black Lives Matter. Martin Luther King birthday. He voted for me. So, all right. Okay. Thank you, Reeves. So
I will only bring this up once, and then I do not recognize mail-in ballots because it's too easy to cheat. So,
yeah, I get it. I can get that. From where you're seated, I can understand why you'd feel that way.
It's rigged.
Because you lost the race. So I can understand you thinking that mail-in ballots are bad.
Recount.
But, you know, I won 2 weeks, and you lost 2 weeks.
I made a whole freaking pie and I lost.
Yeah, but I made 2 things of baked macaroni and cheese. So,
but not last night. You didn't make 2 of them. So let's do it before we go into the Top Chef talk, which we're doing this week. You guys clamored for Thanksgiving. I made the New York Times mac and cheese recipe that had cottage cheese in it.
Yuck.
And you bake it all together. It had no bechamel, no roux.
No bechamel.
My thoughts are as followed. Is dry.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if I cooked it too long. I cooked it how long it told me to do.
30 minutes at 350.
But it was dry.
Mm-hmm.
And here's why I think why. Cheddar cheese is dry.
Yeah, there's no sauce. It's low moisture cheese.
Well, I think that's why the cottage cheese is there, but it didn't do the job. It did not do the job.
You need like a brie. You need like a.
We have learned this, yeah.
You need like a. Sometimes I'll put in I'll dice up a whole mozzarella, not the low moisture one, the real mozzarella, because it has so much liquid in it. This time I did a change on my own. I'll give you this. I'll give you a nugget. I bought heavy cream and I used a cup, and my man.
Versus whole milk.
Yeah, well, whole milk was part of it still, but the heavy cream just helps it thicken. And my guy, let me tell you something. We might be onto something here. I don't usually use heavy cream because I'm not trying to kill myself, but
yeah, you keep it healthy.
Is just enough.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure it's great. I'm very jealous. Of course, as we all know, mac and cheese, when you have it like days later, it's even drier. Mm-hmm. So this is almost inedible on day 3, which was a bummer.
My noodles I'm having right now, still wet. Put them in the microwave, still wet.
Lemon pepper wet. Like your jumper.
Yep.
Can I say that I'm surprised by your Spotify Wrapped?
Why?
I thought that you listened to 21 Pilots or whatever.
Fuck you.
Like those bands.
You.
I'm not wrong in saying that. Whenever I've been in the car with you.
Why do you think I listen to bands? I don't know bands, first of all.
You play that when I'm in the car with you. Is it for me?
I don't play it for you. I think it just comes on when it's on shuffle.
I don't know. It's all
so you're surprised that rap was in there?
That it was exclusively that.
What do you think I'm listening to when I'm working out and I'm taking long walks, thinking about life and thinking about how I'm crushing
Seven Dust?
Okay.
21 Pilots?
We'll be right back after this.
No transition.
Pod Chef. Welcome back to Top Chef, Season 7, Episode 12, Gastronauts. I'll give you 4 guesses what this episode's about, and the first 3 don't count. Don't guess. Stop it. You're hurting yourself. Look, we're back talking about Top Chef, Season 7. I'm going to be quite honest with you. I forgot everyone's name.
This season won't end.
This season, I forgot everyone's name. I was
Why is this season so long?
I said, Kevin's in this one?
I said, who is this guy?
Angelo? I don't remember Angelo. And then he started talking. I was like, oh, I remember this.
Yeah. Then he said he made love to his food. And I was like, oh, yeah, that's right. That's who this guy is.
that's who he is and that's his brand. He's sticking to it. Let's just talk about this quickfire challenge, which was hey, we're at the end of the season. We just want to get over with it. It's the chefs had to choose a wine and create a dish to pair it with. The winner received a trip to jolly old London.
And Padma was wearing just like a suit top.
And
like
I don't know
like a
what you're talking
tie.
about because I didn't look at what she's wearing because I don't objectify women. So
I'm not. No, I'm
You're
not objectifying
such a
her. I'm just looking at clothes.
You're a monster.
No, I'm a
you should see some of the.
fashionista.
Let me
I'm
tell you something. Some
fashionista.
of the letters I've kept from you that we've gotten from listeners who are like, "What's his deal? Why does he only think one
Why
way?"
aren't you sharing fan mail with me?
That's not fan mail.
I have such
Trust
low
me.
self-esteem. I need to hear what the fans
I've
think.
never seen so many letters addressed to you that have the N word in it. I've never read so many. I'm like, are these for? Do people think I'm Brian? And like they're
They
writing
might.
in.
They
No, but they're
might.
talking about you because they also often mention Reverend Han Gary, and I'm like, oh, this is definitely not addressed to me because they'd be talking about Spam Man.
Yeah, because he's a white guy. Reverend Hungary's a white guy.
Yeah.
The
N word is nutmeg.
What?
The N word is nutmeg.
Yes. I do want to note that there is a moment in the opening here when Angelo says that he got divorced last year.
Mm-hmm. Which threw me for a loop because like someone said yes.
Well, also, isn't he like trying to get a Russian girl over to America currently now?
Well, that's the thing, you always got to keep your options open. I saw a study that said 59% of women always have a backup man in mind.
Well, it seems like Angelo's doing that too.
Yeah, so he's got a backup, and the backup was in Russia. Where do you back up your hard drives?
Oof.
Russia.
The cloud.
Yeah, and where's the cloud? Russia.
Yeah. All those freaking farms.
All those freaking
data
cloud
farms.
farms.
Yeah, it caught me weird that he said he was getting divorced, but he's already got a Russian bride he's trying to get over here. I guess you know what? Hey, you know what?
Mm-hmm.
Dennis Rodman, get the rebounds, kid. Do what you got to do.
Yeah. So, like most guys, he's had his heart broken, and then he's went after the. I guess he's trying to purchase love now.
I've heard that you can't buy me love, but
that's what I heard too. I heard that money can't buy you happiness.
That's a lie, though.
And I was like, well, then how am I getting these cans of Spam?
Yeah, they're not for free.
Yeah, they're definitely not. They've been on this shelf forever.
Just so you're aware, you've now mentioned Spam twice this episode.
I know the limit. I know the limit.
Just so you're aware.
I would never go.
It is a 3.
Yeah, I'm never gonna. I would never say it.
Yeah, they got Angelo's like, oh, I love wine. I live for wine.
Yeah.
I'm really excited about this. He pulls the first one and he's like, great, I love this. This is wine.
Yeah.
Delicious.
He's like, are you kidding me? I'd love to go to London. That's what he says. He's like, I would love a trip to go to London.
Kevin says that his wife's never been to Europe and he'd love to take her.
Mm-hmm. What a nice guy. What a nice thing to say.
Tiffany says she's already gone to Paris. I got a Paris trip. Heck, tack London on there. Why not?
Yeah, I did. Hey, Kevin wants to go to London. I think the pressure kind of got to him because he tried to use a pressure cooker to braise, his pork belly in an hour. And boy, when he opened that up, did I go, you fucked up.
What does braising mean? I thought that braising was like, because we cook something in a pressure cooker, it just like boils it really fast.
I thought is that cooking it on high heat for a long time or low heat for a long time? Let's look it up. What's braising mean?
Because to me, you can't braise something in a pressure cooker. You're just boiling it really fast.
Fried lightly and then stew it slowly in a closed container.
Okay, so I guess
he was actually supposed to probably sear both sides and then put it in there. He didn't do that either.
Yeah. Well, he fucked up, so he's like, what am I gonna do? I know, I'll do quail. Like, there's no other proteins in the kitchen.
That was all he had left was quail. Everyone else took everything else. And I'm gonna be quite honest. As soon as I found out Angela was using foie gras, I was like, okay, someone's cooking for the judges.
It's a cheat, yeah.
That's unfair.
Cheat. Yeah, foie's cheat code.
We'll talk about this later. Who else was gonna have a cheat code? Tiffany wanted to cook with scallops, but was it the scallops or clams?
Mussels. Neither.
Mussels. Sorry. But them boys froze to death, literally.
Yeah, they all died. She killed a whole bunch of mussels. Not the good way, which is cooking them to kill them.
Yeah. She did it by injecting tren into them.
What?
In their muscle. That's a bodybuilding joke.
A who joke?
A bodybuilding joke.
Oh, is that what you do now? Inject tren?
Yeah, that's how I got these baby muscles. So the finale, we find out. Can we just say who wins the quickfire?
Yeah. Let's just jump ahead.
Yeah, Angela wins the quickfire evolution white wine sautéed foie gras with black salt and fennel salad. Why do they put black salt? It's obviously, I mean, he's not using pink salt.
Well, black salt's farts, right? I mean, not sorry to be glib, but black salt is just like is salt that has the is with the what's the thing that smells like farts?
Sulfur?
Sulfur. Black salt has like sulfur in it. Is that right?
I don't know.
Yep, it's a sulfurous, pungent smell. Yeah.
Okay. So the elimination challenge.
He made fart foie gras,
and fart gras,
and she loved it.
The elimination challenge. They went to NASA, by the way. At NASA, the chefs were asked to create a dish that could be served in 0 gravity. The winner received a brand new Toyota Avalon, and the astronauts Buzz Aldrin and Leland D. Melvin, well known in the black community, was in attendance.
Leland is my favorite astronaut. Do you know why?
Pandering.
He's the guy, his astronaut picture is with him and his 2 dogs, and it's awesome.
And I knew that, obviously, because he's a black astronaut. We know.
Yeah, you know everything about it.
I didn't need to talk about it at all. I know why he's called Leland.
Why?
Because he's actually from Cleveland, and his family wanted to put part of where he's from in his first name. Chefs Anthony Bourdain and Dana Cowan, guest judge. We know why Anthony Bourdain's there, because somebody else ain't there. And I forgot his name.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot.
But who was there was the Ripper, who Bourdain referred to as the Ripper.
As the Ripper. And so
who did we steal that from? Him,
exactly.
apparently.
Yeah,
Bourdain did this funny thing the entire episode where he was being nice. And it was very funny to me.
It was such a good bit.
It was a great bit.
This is one of those episodes where they're just like, the hats are off. The writer's strike clearly wasn't happening then, because they are doing the bits. They are
ties are loosened. We're having a good time.
Yeah.
Bourdain's like, I'm the nice guy here.
Tom says something at the dinner table where he says, "Can't be that hard to freeze dry this." And I was
to this woman's face. Let's listen to it. Who that's her job.
Fucking cooked your ass, scientist.
Hey, Kelly.
Jeff, how are you?
How you doing?
I'm good, thanks.
We're cooking for space.
Absolutely. I've actually been really into space my whole life. Yeah.
Wow, that's either really cool or really nerdy. I'm not yet.
Oh, okay.
So what are you doing?
So you didn't let me set that up.
That was the wrong clip. Yeah.
You didn't let me set that up because we don't have a clip from them at the dinner table.
I thought so. Here's what I thought. I thought when I got your clip of Tom's small talk of the week, I was thinking it was his conversation with Kelly.
That is.
But but you were just saying that it was him talking at the table with the other woman. So I was like, oh, this is what it is.
Yeah. And you think all white women look the same, so that's on you.
Yes, they do. Yeah.
So what that was Tom's small talk clip of the week.
Wait, so who messed up here, me or you?
You did, because I didn't say let's go to the clip. I didn't even set up the clip. You just went.
You said Tom's small talk clip of the week. You said it.
No, I did not. People need to go back and listen to the tape. At no point in time did I say Tom's small talk clip of the week before you played that clip.
I think you did.
What Brian's doing right now is what he does often, where he tells me, the only black member of the show, that I am wrong consistently, knowing that he's wrong, but he, somewhere inside him, in his ascetiqueness, he cannot be told no. Shown up by, and these are his words, Black Bart. So he gets into these states where he will not relinquish the fact that he's wrong, because in his mind he can't be wrong. So anyone can go back and listen to that clip and realize and validate me and see that Brian so quickly will gaslight you if you're not on top of your game. But anyways, that was Tom's small talk clip of the week, where he immediately calls what's her name, a nerd.
I thought it was Kelly.
He calls Kelly a nerd. And she's kind of like, okay.
I am, yeah. Well,
Right.
this is a two-way street conversation here. Because Kelly thinks that it's interesting that she's always been interested in space. Honey, everyone loves space.
Who the fuck don't like space, Kelly?
It's crazy, Kelly.
fucking
Everyone is
nuts.
mesmerized by space. No one goes, "Oh, I don't care about space."
Oh, you mean that ever expanding vacuum that has us hurling around at like 66,000 miles an hour? Yeah, that
don't
sounds
care
boring.
about that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's not
Oh,
that's not interesting.
You mean the thing that we know so little about, yet is so expansive and huge that we guess a bunch of shit, and most of it's probably wrong. And you know what? We'll never know. Yeah, I don't care. I'm busy.
You mean the thing that takes like 200 pounds of rocket fuel pressure just to move a foot in space? Yeah. Don't care about that.
You mean that thing that when I like see a light in space and I'm like, that's happening at the same time as me right now, when actually it's happening years and years ago because it takes so long for light to get to me from space? Yeah, guess what? I don't fucking care.
Yeah. Every time I've seen animals be sent to space, they look so bored.
Oh, they don't give a shit.
They don't look like they're happy at all.
Freaking Buzz Aldrin here wants me to think that it's cool. I love Buzz Aldrin because he's the only person who he's so proud of what he's done, which he has the right to be, sure. But like most folks are like, oh yeah, I did it. It was really cool. Buzz is always like, yeah, I was in space. First second man out there, right?
Yeah.
He just eats it up. He loves the attention.
Did you see Tom kind of put on his conspiracy hat when they showed a picture of the landing and the spacewalk, and he goes, "So is that you in that photo?" And Buzz goes, "Uh-huh." And Tom goes, "Okay." Tom was like waiting for more specifics of like what was, because he said, "What was it like walking out there?" And he was like, "Unimaginable," which is how you would respond if you did want to give details you don't have.
Yeah. Tom's like, "Hey, who took the picture?" So, by the way, who took the picture?
What if he fucked up in the real filming? It was like, oh, Tom offset. Oh shit.
Or like, he's like, "What was it like to be on the moon?" And Buzz is like, "I was never there." I mean, I was there. Shit, erase that.
That's one person NASA hopes never gets Alzheimer's, because that could be a problem.
Oh, he'll be killed before that happens. The day that he starts to slip, he will slip on the steps going out and crush his brain open on the steps, and then we'll be like,
down,
man,
looks at cameras, he's like, this reminds me of the moon landing. All these cameras.
The cameras have gotten so much smaller now. On the moon, it was huge.
It was huge
when I say the moon, of course I mean the backlot studio where we filmed the whole thing.
Yeah, it's called the Moon Studio.
Yeah, we were on the moon.
We were on the moon
studio.
Can we talk about something? The elimination challenge, on the way to cook, they had a little note in their little house that said, "Hey, your ride to the elimination challenge is waiting outside. Oh, and P.S. whoever wins gets to take this bad boy home.
The winner gets to keep it." So I hope to God it's the Oscar Mayer Wiener truck.
You know what I actually thought, and this is where shame on me. I was thinking for a second that this was modern times. I was like, it's probably a Tesla. And then you get out there and it's a Toyota Avalon with all the bells and whistles.
I thought that when I first saw it, I was like, is that Cadillac? Sort of had that big body Cadillac, that newish big body Cadillac look to it, which would have been fucking baller. If they had given them like a big body Cadillac, that'd have been cool.
Hey, Toyota Avalon, though, I don't think they make the Avalon anymore, but it was the big body Toyota.
It was going for a Cadillac
sedan.
thing.
Yeah, it was the sedan, the big full size sedan of the Toyota lineup that doesn't sell very well. So I think they stopped making it. But
bells and whistles. Kelly said, "Careful with my car," Ange said, "Calm down."
Ange said, "Trust me, this boy's coming in with me."
I want to talk about the challenge because this is another challenge that sort of felt like bullshit. Because the idea was make food that could be sent to space. So we were given some restrictions, like not too much sugar.
Yeah.
That's kind of really it. Like, nothing that has a bunch of sauce.
Nothing too much watery.
Yeah.
Not a bunch of sugar.
Yeah, that's kind of it.
Okay. Easy.
Yeah. You had the lady there, the lady with braces, whose job it is to freeze dry that food.
Yep.
Why isn't the challenge?
Freeze dry.
Let's freeze dry that food.
Unfreeze dry the food and
then have them eat it. We have the technology. You do it all the time.
We have the technology. We can't repair it.
So that sucked. Like,
Yeah.
fucking Dopey, I forget his fucking name, made Rack of Lamb with the bone.
Mm-hmm.
You in space with a bone? No.
You know how mad I'd be if I was an astronaut and I'm eating this rehydrated food and I put my plastic fork in there and it breaks.
My fork's not
like-
going to pierce lamb.
And I'm like, excuse me, what is this? And I pull it out and it's a bone.
What are you doing with this?
I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to open up the first door I see because we all should die.
Suck us all out of there.
That's how angry I'd be.
Give me a bone in space. What am I doing with this?
Yeah. Oh, let me guess. Now I have to put this in the trash compactor and it literally doesn't want objects like this. Good. You've
You know
just
what they do?
destroyed the space station.
Well, they don't talk about in space. She mentioned trash in space a lot, but what they don't
Yeah.
talk about in space, we just
Butt
leave
trash.
shit out there.
Yeah.
Like, that's like the official NASA stance on trash.
Yeah, that's
It's
actually
just
true.
put it out there
A lot
and
of
let
people
it do
don't
what
know
it's got to
this.
do.
A lot of people don't know this, but circling the globe right now is a bunch of just useless satellites that have
Yeah.
gone past their expiration date. They're
They're like-
no longer valid, and they're just circling the planet right now.
Yet if
And
my
so-
car's on the street for too long, you put
Yeah,
a
I
fucking
get
boot
towed.
on it.
There is a bunch of tech trash that is circling the planet right now. We're not talking about. I don't want to hear another thing about the trash monster in the Pacific Ocean until we talk about
Till we deal.
the trash ring that's around the planet. All right,
50
Yeah.
years, we're going to be chilling. Fucking
shit's gonna be falling from the sky.
yeah, and it's going to be human. It's gonna have come to life,
yeah.
and it's gonna have like Megazorded together, come
Yeah.
down, big huge monster, like
Yeah.
you left me,
Mecha Godzilla.
do rampage on the buildings.
Because by then there will have been the big nuclear war, so there'll also be
Yeah.
a ring of nuclear fallout that's going to fall through, and who knows what that's going to do to the
Yeah.
trash that's falling.
Oh, it's gonna activate it. It's just waiting to be activated, like charcoal.
Man, now the only thing we can hope for is we make friends with some other life form in the galaxy that can say, yeah, we can take this stuff from you.
Yeah, no, we eat this.
We literally love this.
This
you
is
guys
what
are
we
you
eat.
guys are literally food for us. Everything on this planet is food for us.
Yeah,
That's why we won't kill you, because you guys make us more food.
you guys just make us food. It's great.
So
So
was a
they
good-
cooked some
that was a
food.
good
Like we
bit. That was a good
mentioned,
bit.
we mentioned Tiffany killed all her muscles via freezing.
Mm-hmm.
Tren. Jamal mentioned. We all know what that is.
Look at it.
So she's like, "What am I gonna do?" And what she did was she put a bunch of fish sauce in it.
Yeah. Nope. Can't put a sauce in it.
So then they feed everybody. and
I would
we
actually, can I say, because I'm a dry boy, I would be good at this because I eat all my meals dry basically. So
yeah,
I would be good at making a freeze dried meal for.
you would
an
love
astronaut.
to get a freeze dried meal, freeze dried
my God.
ration.
Ooh. Give me.
You don't even want to add water to it and moisten it.
No.
You just eat it out of the package like that.
You know what? Your mac and cheese would have been perfect.
It needed it. It was already freeze dried. It needed some water. I would send that shit to space in a minute,
Yeah.
and then go, "This is dry."
"Shit, this is so dry. We put so much water in here; it's still dry. The
Dude, it's
noodles
like-
are just like.
It would just be in space. They'd open the first window
Yeah.
they got, toss it out there, all it's out there, float
Yeah.
around in space.
All right.
What else happened?
What
They were
else we want to
cooking
talk
food.
about? They're at the table. They're eating the food. They like Angelo's food. They didn't like some other people's food, and Tiffany had to. She had to. What did she pivot to? I forget what she pivoted to because I was so upset that her muscles died.
I feel like she doesn't pivot. I think she would use
Just
could use
leaves
the
them out?
muscles for the sauce, and I think she just still just did it.
Interesting.
Um,
So I guess let's just jump to it, and this will be a record episode time. Angelo wins, and Angelo has a meal that the astronauts eat in space to this day.
mhm. And
Ginger
that is-
lacquered short ribs and horseradish creme fraiche. That's fascinating. That he of all didn't he also get his name on a sandwich this season?
Did he?
Was that this season? Was that
Is
this
se-
season?
Did he get the like Swan Man meal? Was that
Possibly.
this season?
I
That
don't
was
know.
this season.
Possibly. So Angelo wins. It's a double Angelo episode. So his ego is right where it needs to be.
His head is huge.
It's Also, they had to pan out when they said that he won because his head was so big in the frame. And they're like, Angelo, can you like calm down, dude? Because we can't back up anymore. We're actually at the exit. We're outside the building now.
Yeah, and then you'd see his head vibrate, and we all just heard the words in our head because he's able to now communicate telepathically because he's got so much confidence.
And then Tiffany was eliminated, and this is me setting up the clip now. Now you can play it.
Tiffany, please pack your knives and go.
Thank you, Lord Jesus. Thank you. I love that Kevin does that.
Very, very much for the opportunity. The worst part is you made it that far. I'm leaving.
I don't know how much you want to play. It's a long clip.
Okay.
So you can cut it off here.
Okay. I
love Kevin, and they left that in.
Yeah.
Because they're pushing Jesus. They're pushing Jesus this season. This is a very religious season. Thank you, Lord Jesus. He said it so loud.
I know. It's the worst whisper ever.
He was right.
Thank you, Lord Jesus. Oh, I'm whispering. You guys heard that? I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm so sorry for you, Tiffany. Thank you, Lord God. We praise you. Thank you for that.
For loving me more than you love Tiffany.
There could only be one of us. Thank you. And thank you for choosing me.
That sucks. Tiffany's gone. She's a good one.
And tune in next week when we'll find out where she is now from Reeves.
We don't know.
We don't know. And I be quite honest with you, my computer is set up in a way that I actually can't look these things up. It's something that Reeves had to talk to the United States government about.
The specialty, he had to get his clearance and approval
his computer devices, and so it's kind of like a McAfee
Norton
subscription. It's like you can put it on 3 devices, and I was like, I don't think it's right that I be one of the devices.
Yeah, he put it on all 3 of his own devices.
So we'll find out about that next week. We'll also find out where Reeves has been as well. Where is he now? Anything for the listeners, Brian? This is a good listen. This is a good 43-minute episode for them.
Yeah, the only thing that I'm going to say before we go is that I clipped something in hopes that we could play it, but it's just a clip of a clip that we did last week. But I was hoping that I'd find a chance to play it, and I didn't. So I'm going to play it now.
Okay.
Bad Girls Club. Bad Girls. All right, we're going to...
I love that that's a clip now. I did not know. Had I known, I would have teed you up for that. Yeah, I would have found a way to tee that up. But now that I know that's a clip, I might say, play Bad Girls Club right now.
Bad Girls Club. Bad Girls. All right, we're going to...
Allison Romaine, we're going to get you on this podcast one way or another.
Whether you like it or not.
Yeah, so play the outro, please.
Yeah. Bad Girls Club. Bad Girls. All right, we're going to...
So we're going to pack our knives and go, and see you next time.
Next time, not no time limit.
Bad Girls Club.
Bad Girls Club.
This is great, guys.
Bad Girls.
You guys got something
All right,
here. This is fun.
Nice.